All right. Hi, folks. Today I am coming in to talk about pushing your money mindset to the next level. And I'm going to talk about the one thing that helped me to push mine to the next level. And if that sounds good to you, then give me a thumbs up in the comments. I'm going to also take a second to turn on the live in the Instagram. And it says now I'm live in both places, so we'll see how what that looks like on the camera, right? So I'm coming on today to talk about how to push your money mindset to the next level. I'm going to tell you one thing that I did that really helped to push my money mindset to the next level. So if that sounds good to you, just give me a thumbs up in the comments, and let me know that you're interested, or drop a flame. Like I always say, I am here in Oakland, California, and I'm getting some messages. Um, I'm here in Oakland, California. If you're listening in or commenting in from another state, or even if you're down the street from me, then let me know. Today I'm coming on to talk about the one thing that helped me to push my money mindset to the next level. Um, and I want to say this is also something that I feel like is really specific for Black women. It's for everyone, but I feel like I'm going to talk about a topic that is very popular in a lot of different Black communities. So if that sounds good to you, then give me a thumbs up, like I said, and let me know that you are interested in that topic. I am Dr. LaFrancia Pipkins, and I run the How to Raise Your Fees in Private Practice group for Community for Black Therapists, and I'm also the founder of the Wealthy Black Girl Method. Um, so I'm gonna just talk about. So it was not, well, actually, I guess it was quite a while ago when I was in a place where I would say that I was doing all the things, right? I was tracking my spending, I was budgeting, I was living within my means. I was not using credit cards. I was checking my FICO score, or what is it, FICO score. I was, best friends with like Experian and Equifax and all of that stuff. Um, I knew all the things, right? And um, that, was a certain kind of knowledge. But I would say that it really didn't get me to where I needed to be in my money mindset. And I think that all of that I just mentioned is all considered financial literacy. It's a very popular buzzword, especially in lower income communities, especially in Black communities. And there's a reason that it is so popular. And I'm going to tell you what that is. So, like I said, I was doing all those things, tracking, staying within the lines, just like trying to keep basically myself as small as possible in terms of money. And I was winning, at that, and, paying debt, all that kind of stuff. Um, this is something that is really popular. Like if you've, a lot of folks who've done like the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University, right? Um, he is very like specific around that kind of thing of like, it doesn't matter how many jobs you have to get to pay off your debt, right? So you'll be like, I have a master's degree, and also I drive for Uber, and also I work at Burger King, however many, part-time stuff or whatever. And also and not that there's like, anything wrong with any of those kinds of jobs, but it's like if you're trying to do all of those things rather than maximizing the existing skill set that you have, then, I'm starting to kind of wonder like what's going on, right? Can you not earn a lot more for the existing skill set that you already have? So again, for me, I'll say what really helped me to push to the next level was to actually just start focusing on how much I was making, to actually start focusing on my income, and not only focusing on my income, but focusing on bringing more in. Um, and when I did that, when I got a method to do that, and when I followed it step by step, um, I landed my first six figure job. Um, and that was just, like a matter of literally like just like following every single step. And this is the method that I teach, in my program. Um, where I just did all the steps and then I landed my first six-figure job. I was earning, the most amount of money that I had earned in my whole career. And that really turns the financial literacy game on its head. Um, so if that makes sense to you, give me a thumbs up in the comments, or drop a flame. Let me know if that is making any sense. Um, and I would say that why don't you try that? Give that a try this week. Even if you only do it one day or 2 days or just for the week, actually track your income and then on purpose try to earn more this week, especially if you're in private practice, like you have the ability to do that. Um, so try that. Try to earn more, and not by getting another job and another job and another job and another job, but try to earn more with your existing skill set, okay? With the training that you have as a therapist. Um, in the rooms, how you're, in other words, like raising your fees, right? I'm not also not telling you to go out and get like a consulting job or like pick up an assessment or any of that kind of hustling stuff. I'm talking about just, getting paid well for the skills that you already have and that you're already going to be using throughout the week. um, so if that is making sense to you, like I said, give me a thumbs up, or drop a flame in the comments. I would love to hear what your thoughts are um, about enhancing the financial literacy game. I used to teach financial literacy. I did it for years, folks, and I'm telling you, like, I mean, it's good stuff, but at the same time, it never got me to where I wanted to be and what was important to me. And I know I had told you this too. I was going to tell you there's a reason why it's very popular in low income communities, in Black communities, and it's because it keeps you small. It keeps you focused on really small things. It keeps you in little boxes. It keeps you trying to make sure your FICO score, or is it FICO score? It's been a long time. That, Experian, Equifax, all that kind of stuff, that they're trying to keep, you in a certain space. And you want those things to be on par. You want those things to be good. But at the same time, make sure that you are trying to focus on the fact that you already have very valuable skills and that you can be bringing in more money for those skills. So um, if you try it this week, then PM me, come find me, let me know how it worked, what it felt like. Did it feel different to be looking at, how much you were making and then actually on purpose trying to make more, rather than just trying to sort of like cut out, like don't get your nails done, don't have coffee, don't get your hair done, all that kind of stuff. What does it feel like? To do it this other way. I would love to hear what your experience is. So that's it. That's what I wanted to come on here and talk about today. Um, let's see, is there anything else? And that's it. So bye for now, and I will see you in the next one. And now y'all get to watch me do the really funny thing where I don't know how to turn it off. So let's see. End.